Well, good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Sunday, and you probably noticed I wasn't around on Friday, I wasn't around on Saturday, and you're not going to see me even today on Sunday, because I'm in day 3 of a PLDT outage. Let me kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see that red light that's flashing, but normally red lights are bad when it comes to technology. And in this case, this red light is bad. It means I have no connection. And I have a ticket out. I put a ticket out on Friday. And maybe if you've been asking questions, maybe Ness has been able to inform you why I haven't been online in the last couple of days. So what I decided to do, since this is Sunday, and Sunday I don't normally do an episode, but I decided to go ahead and put some stuff together today. I had to do a road trip anyway into town to get those bed sheets for the new bed upstairs. Oh, by the way, they did come. Ashley Furniture came, I think it was on Thursday. Was it Thursday? I don't know, but they came either Thursday or Friday, and they brought the correct sideboards, the king size sideboards. They did the assembly, and the bed is put together upstairs. Maybe we'll take a look at that later, after we go into town and grab some sheets. I don't have any sheets for that yet. So anyway, I decided today to go ahead and put together a non-scheduled episode, and what I will do is I will push it tomorrow if PLDT has my internet up. They said up to 72 hours, and it's 72 hours today. But I did a call on the phone, and it's one of those automated things, and it said the ticket is still open, and they're dispatching technicians or something like that. So I assume they're working on it, or it's still an open item. So it's just me and Hapon, my head of quality control for today. He will be part of the episode. By the way, I felt guilty yesterday not having anything and not being in touch with you. So what I did last night, when I was relaxing on the back patio by the barbecue grill, I decided I'm going to try night flying. I've never taken the drone out on a night flight, and I decided to test it out and see what the low light capability is on the drone itself, on the camera. So I did some manual settings inside there with the ISO and the aperture, and I decided to see what it looks like with all the lights on around the house. So that's going to be part of today's episode as well. Also, I have the Korean Blind Company, Joe from the Korean Blind. She dispatched somebody out, and they're coming here on Sunday to do the 2 remaining blinds. Remember the one here in the laundry room? Oh, and the one in the back bedroom that I am occupying right now until I get sheets on the bed upstairs. So that's been a long enough intro for today. Let me get today started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Well, you're probably wondering what's gone on around here in the last few days. Well, as you know, we haven't stopped doing the cladding, the stone cladding on the wall, and we're almost done. We're down to, I believe, maybe four of the fence posts, and they're partially done as well. So let's kind of do a review of the things that have been going on around here the last 2 or 3 days that I haven't been able to get online because of PLDT outage here. And it's only at my house here. My neighbors, Henry, Jesse, you know, the folks in the neighborhood that came for the evening out last weekend, I believe it was. Well, I checked with them. Their PLD fiber is fine. It's only mine. So what I did was I did a scan. I went from the house, the front of the house. My fiber connection connects up here, and it goes like 400 meters down the road where it connects into a switch box. And it's fine. I thought maybe from some high winds or something that something had fallen on the line and broken the connection, because I remoted inside the fiber modem here, and it looked like the optics are down. So it could be inside that box. who knows what it is. That's what the technicians get paid for, and hopefully we get this resolved very soon, because I need to get some videos uploaded to you folks. Well, anyway, let's go and look at the yard. Let's look at the stonework that was done, and I'll show you where we are now as far as the progress of the cladding on the fence posts. Well, you probably noticed the generator's on. We are on another one of those 12-hour outages. I didn't expect this because it was 8 o'clock this morning and we still had electricity. Sunday, today, was the day that we were supposed to have the 12-hour scheduled outage, but it never went out. Then I had some neighbors come by that said, oh, security said it's been canceled. And while I was talking to the neighbors at 8 a.m. this morning, the electricity went out and the generator came on, and it's been running for like this for about the last 2 hours. So I think the scheduled outage is actually scheduled. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stonework back here. Now this is the back of the yard. This is on the north side, the other lot behind us, and they're done. This whole wall is done. It's all done. The corner is done. I think we are good all the way for cladding up into right about where the outdoor aircon units, but the inside and the outside and the big part done here. Just the small detail stuff has to be done here. This one here, this one here, here, there, and there. All of those. The biggest section, the main parts, and I said four. I had four posts that need to be done. And that would be this one, that one, the one in the corner, and this one here. Once that's done, and that's four, all of those will be done. Then when all the fence posts are completed, then the planters have to be done. Now I'm not going to really step too much inside this here. This is something I worked on yesterday as well. What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? Somebody wants to play this morning. He wants to play all the time. It's not just this morning. Hey, stop it, young man. So what I did yesterday, I made the correction. I'm not going to, the gate's locked right now. I'll just kind of show you through the fence. But what I did the correction to the walkway coming in. Remember, it was about the hollow block, the grass hollow block, height above the sidewalk. Well, I removed all the sand, I removed a lot of the gravel, and I reset all of the stonework, the grass blocks coming into this front gate, and I got it down to street level or to sidewalk level. That's all out here. It only needs the sod. It needs the grass filler right now. Also, what I did yesterday with the assistance of my gardener, we did topping. We put topper all over this part of the driveway, down the slope going down into where the garage parking area is, and this walkway right here. Because what I'm trying to achieve is the grass to fill in all over the blocks, just like this area right here. Now, the only way it's going to do it here, it has to have some kind of soil to be able to root into. So I poured, we filled in the low spots and all the holes in the blocks where the grass is growing really well right now, but it's dropped down, it's settled, and we built that back up again. We spread it out just a little bit, which will allow the roots to basically maneuver along the top of the brick. And probably in, I'm going to say 2 to 3 months, I expect all of this all the way down to the driveway to look like this area right here, and it will look like yard, but it will be supported with all the compact gravel, the sand, and the grass hollow blocks out there to be able to drive and the vehicle not sink down or cause any problems as it goes down into the garage. So that was another one of the projects I worked on yesterday. Oh, something else you didn't see. You notice Mary Ann's house isn't there anymore. Mary Ann is moved to the penthouse, and she's extremely happy. She got that bath the other day. I washed all of her pillows that she has that she sleeps on, and her house got moved to a new location. And she likes it a lot because now she is the queen. She is the queen of the barbecue grill lanai patio area. And I'll show you that. Let's take a walk into the backyard. So she is a lot more happy being back here now, because she's part of all the action that goes on back here on the patio. So now, once the bulk buying shipment comes in that has the electric fence type of a thing, the little sensor for keeping dogs inside the perimeter of the yard without having to put them on a leash, once that's installed, then we'll take Marianne off of this, and we won't have to worry about her escaping out and ravishing and trashing the neighbors' trash cans and things like that. So she'll have her freedom pretty soon, and she'll be able to just roam around. Now, I don't know if you know it, but Hopone said even when Hopone is out, Hopone doesn't leave the neighborhood. He doesn't leave a couple of the lot blocks right here. But if Marianne is out there, Marianne will go all the way to the security at the front of the subdivision, and Hopone will follow Marianne wherever Marianne goes. Hence why we have Marianne kind of secured right now until we can get that electronic system installed. Now, inside the house, not a lot's been done over the last couple of days. Remember, I told you I'm up here on the second floor. The bed is finally assembled, so the bed is all in place. I just have to go down and do some shopping today for some sheets for this one. And then maybe I can occupy this. Maybe I can sleep in this room tonight. Who knows? Now, something else I worked on this weekend, I put together a presentation, a punch list presentation to present to my builder. Now, my builder was here when Sheila was here. Remember the owner, the lot owner of the lot across the street. I believe they are going to be building next year. Well, anyway, while she was here, the architect for that lot over there as well, their lot, is also my architect and builder as well. Now, while he was here, he came over to the house, he visited me here, and we went through basically the same punch list, but sometimes what happens with this builder, he forgets things, he makes promises, and then when you bring up the subject that you need to fix these things, he's like, oh, I don't remember saying that. So what I've done, everything that we covered, I put together in a punch list, and I'm going to email this to him so we can get this completed. Now, my builder said he would have all of this done, everything 100% complete before Ness gets here the middle of November, which is really only about 2 weeks. Now, he hasn't presented any more workers. He hasn't submitted any carpenters, which he promised that he would submit carpenters. Finishing people, he submitted no finishing people. I have nobody but the two tile work people, which they're finishers, but when we're talking about finishing, we're also talking about things like painting, corrections where you fix plaster coat cracks in the wall, and then you do the skim coat over the top, you sand it, and you repaint it. We have a lot of that. He promised me when we built this house, one of the things he said, because I asked him right at the very beginning, I've seen a lot of houses in the Philippines where there's cracks in the foundations, where they didn't do a very good job with the plaster coat or the skim coat, or it was just not prepared properly. He said, don't worry, my guys, when they do it, there will never be any cracks inside your walls or anything like that. That's what he told me. He made all these promises. We're going to hold him to that and see if we'll fix it. Anyway, this is the punch list that I put together. All the really bad things that need to be fixed, like cracks here in the foundation. A lot of the stuff was installed too close to the edge. They should have known better to do it like this. They did it. There's got to be some kind of practices they can use with working with concrete, plaster coat, skim coat, and painting. Lots of areas like this they haven't finished. It's not complete. The retaining wall, the pebble rock, finishing things like right here. Underneath the pebble rock, it needs to be filled in and painted. None of the finishing is done anywhere on that portion. And like this area right here, they painted the wall. They did all the finishing painting, but after they painted it, they did finishing on the woodwork around the trim on the doors, and they let all of the stain and everything go over on the paint. And they didn't come back and touch that up. They didn't complete the planters, which is what the two tile workers, the tilers that we have working on the fence right now, they're supposed to be working on that starting after they complete the fence post. which I expect there's only one more day on the fence posts, which means I got to pick up some concrete hollow block. And things like the tile inside the basement, he assured me that it wasn't necessary to cover any of this up, that they would clean everything up, even after I said, let's put cardboard down or some plywood. But this is all paint. There's paint there, there is tile adhesive, there's construction debris, and it's really difficult to clean up. It would have been a matter of 30 minutes worth of laying down material and 10 minutes worth of pulling it up, and it would be brand new. He still hasn't finished the bathroom, the CR inside the basement. And the list just goes on and on. Hasn't done the finishing of the handrails that I did, which he was supposed to do. First floor, the ceiling on the first floor. This is the way they left it. They did the grouting, and then all the ceiling. After they did a final coat of paint, it's all covered with tile grout up there that needs to be cleaned up, sanded, and repainted. We have cracks in some of the archways inside the house that have to be taken care of. And again, the list goes on. Even hardware, that he hasn't even installed some of the floor drains inside that need to be installed. And on the second floor, in the bath, even though they did the tile work, they still haven't filled in the areas around. You see, this is all exposed concrete right here, and it needs to have sanding, a little bit of grinding, a little bit of skim coat, and then the final coat of finish paint that goes on there. Same way for this archway right here. It's incomplete. I have a long crack along the entire roof line inside the master bedroom. And that's easy. A finisher can do that in a matter of about 30 minutes to an hour. Can take care of that. And then, of course, the worst thing, none of the exterior doors were coated with any type of UV protection or polyurethane or anything. They finished all exterior facing doors with an interior finish, which the UV and the wind and the rain just stripped everything totally off. I don't even know if they know how to do outside doors. I don't really know. And then, of course, the light fixtures have to be done up on the bathroom, up on the second floor. And again, I have more items that have to be added to this. Not many more, just a few more. And then what I'll do is I'll submit this probably tonight or tomorrow to my builder. Now, I am in kind of a holding pattern here. I am waiting on our Korean blind installer to get here. I thought he'd be here by now, and it is just after lunchtime, so I can't go to the mall to go shopping for those sheets until that install is completed. So it might be a late afternoon kind of run to SM Lipa for me. But before we go on, I said, you know what? Why don't we do like a little mini Bahay Kubo time session right here while we're in this holding pattern. But before we start that, let's go ahead and do a couple of shout outs. You know, I am several days late, and it's not my fault. It's because PLDT, I have an interruption in service here. I have no internet. I am down. I don't even have one of those portable pocket devices where I can get on Wi-Fi to upload, download, check email, or anything. So I am in kind of limbo here. You know, I didn't realize really how much we depend on technology. Well, I kind of do know how much we rely on technology to be able to do all of our communications back and forth and stream videos. I'm looking at nighttime for the last couple of nights. I've been looking at my iTunes library that I have on my laptop. I've been watching a lot of old black and white movies. I love the nostalgic black and white movies, the comedies, Abbott and Costello, or the dramas, Humphrey Bogart. I've been watching those movies here lately, and I've been enjoying those, and that's the reason why I have them in my library. But for real day-to-day stuff, for research, communications with email, for YouTube to be able to get out to you guys that have that long reach back, I really need my internet back. So I hope within the next 24 hours, I'm very hopeful that we get PLDT back up. I don't know, we'll see. So again, before I start my Bahay Kubo time, I actually have a couple of birthday shout outs, and they are for yesterday that I wasn't able to get online, for October 27th. So the first one goes to John Parrish's wife, and her name is Sherry Delmar Parrish, who's celebrating her 43rd birthday. And John, he wanted to let me know that Sherry, she can't go a day without watching My PR Dream online because he says it makes her day complete. Now, John, I hope Sherry did get out of the house over the last few days and is not hibernating because I can't get online. I would hate to see her all closed up and be like in a prison inside the house, but I'm sure she is out there. Anyway, but that was a very nice compliment. Second, we have another birthday for the same day, for October 27th, and it is for the username that you always see on there. It goes by the name of Saudi Arabia Riyadh, and that his real name is Abdullah Rishan, and Abdullah's birthday was also yesterday on October 27th. So anyway, to you, Sherry, and to you, Abdullah, I want to wish you both a happy birthday, belated. So now let's get back to Baha'i Kubo time, business as usual. Now, this is a serious topic, and it has to do with what I want to talk about today. Was when you see me addressing things like my contractor hasn't done this, or he hasn't followed through on this, or he doesn't answer an email or phone, it does reflect negatively against my contractor. But all the things I can't say are negative about my contractor or my architect, because we've built this house and we've gotten to the stage that we're at. We're in the home stretch right now, and we've built this massive project right here. And we've had many successes on this project with this builder, this architect, and I don't want everything to reflect negatively. Now, the main reason for my PI Dream, it's a sharing experience, because if you want to build in the Philippines, you're going to have a variety of successes and failures in your own build. Anything from your contractor bails out on you halfway through your build with your money, to a partial success like we have right here so far. We have the build, and the house actually looks very, very good, although there are all these minor things that are fixable that can be done. Two, you can leave your contractor. There are really good contractors in the Philippines where you can be gone. You can be halfway across the world, and you can let them go at it. And when you come, you're going to be very happy with your build. It should be exactly to your specifications, to your build, to your blueprints, your drawings. So it goes across the board. Our experiences here, we have a good build here at Villa Feliz, but it's not done. And we have had some difficulties working with this contractor as far as getting things completed on a timely manner. You remember this house originally, before we added the basement, the house was supposed to be done in September of 2017. Then the builder said 30 more days, which put it to like October of 2017. Then, that's a message from the Korean blind people. I have to check this in just a minute. Then, it was supposed to be done in October. Then I said, in my own mind, remember, I said, I know they can't get it done by October. So I said, maybe by December, before Christmas. Well, it didn't get done. And mainly the reason is because my contractor, my builder, I don't think he knows how to do time management, and his allocation of resources is not very good. Although the build is a pretty good build. We do have some structural problems, like I said, but most of what we have here I'm happy with. The only thing is we need to complete the build, and to complete the build in a timely manner, he has to allocate the resources. He needs to get his people working down here. It won't get done with two people. Two people can't do all the things that I showed you on that punch list. And again, it's not a complete punch list. It can't be done in 2 weeks with just those two people. I will try to get with my builder. Tomorrow is Monday, so I will try. I won't bother him on Sunday today, but I will try to get with him on Monday and express my concern that all this needs to be done in 2 weeks before Ness gets here. I have my doubts, and I know you have your doubts as well. But the thing is, we are almost done again, and it is what it is. You have to deal with these things when you are building inside the Philippines. And it's not just the Philippines. If you build in Costa Rica, if you build in the United States, sometimes things don't go as planned. And again, here things haven't gone quite as I'd hoped for in the plans. We are 1 year overdue on getting this house completed. And that is not okay. I will answer you in just a second. Please stand by. So I need to wrap this up because I got to get a hold of our installer here. So anyway, what I'm saying is, what I'm doing is I'm sharing my experience with you. These are things that you can expect: delays, quality of construction, quality or lack of quality of construction, and things like that. Well, all in all, we've gotten a lot accomplished even in the amount of time that we worked here. It's just that my builder right now, I don't feel he did a very good job when it comes to allocating his resources and completing a job out. Now, will this house build get done as per my expectations? I doubt it, but again, I always give the opportunity, the benefit of the doubt to the person to fulfill it, up until there's a certain point where you have to say, I know it's not going to happen, or I am not going to be satisfied with the product, the service, or whatever it is. But we'll see. 2 more weeks. We have 2 more weeks. Then what we'll be doing in December, we have a really big episode that we're going to be doing. And it's going to rate everybody. It's going to rate everybody from my builder and to all the vendors, everybody that has had a part of the piece of the puzzle of building Villa Feliz. And it will be sort of like a 5-star rating based on were they able to fulfill the obligation from the contract, will the quality of the build or the quality of the product that they installed, customer service after the install, after the delivery, customer support, all those kind of things. And what we'll do is we'll include that in one big episode. Now, that's going to be a really big episode because a lot of you depend on me for your purchasing and for your recommendations for builders, recommendations for architectures, for type of products that you install. And finally, we're going to have another episode dedicated to materials, material recommendations based upon the entire build of Villa Feliz, based upon recommendations from research, from other builders, and things that we used here at Villa Feliz. And most everything we used in Villa Feliz was already researched, so you're going to see that almost everything that we used for the build right here will be inside that episode. And we'll probably do source of supply, where we built it, the manufacturer of the type of material that we use, the pricing, where it's used on the house. So that will be a very important episode as well. Well, let me go ahead and conclude this little Bahay Kupo time, and let me get back to my the installer, so we can make sure that he's here and I can go do my shopping over in SM Lipa. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's Bahay Kupo time. We'll try to do this more often in the future. Also, what I need to do is upload and show you last night's nighttime drone footage, and I hope you enjoy. Well, the dogs are barking, so that must mean one and one thing only. It must mean our installer, Joel, is here. So let me go out and see if that's him. Made it! Wonderful. Come on in, come on in. It's good to see you, good to see you. Oh, electricity just came back on in the middle of the day? Ah, come on. This is Noel back here. You remember Noel? He did our install the other 2 times that we did the install of the zebra blinds here inside the house here. So what we're doing today, we're installing 1 blind set now here, and this is the VIP bedroom right here. The VIP. Remember with the high vaulted ceilings up here. Anyway, he's going to install this window right here. And then we're going to do the one inside the laundry room so that we can close that and you won't be able to see inside the laundry room as well. Great installer. As you remember, Noel hooked up the same blinds that we're putting over, the same color. We're using the same pattern throughout the house. And he did it in this room as well. And this is the 2nd bedroom on the 1st floor. Right, 2 quick installs, very fast. Man. Again, we'll probably keep this closed most of the time, but when someone is working in here and they want to be able to see through, even if we have the TV running in the back and you can see, maybe if we're doing some ironing or something in here, imagine the TV on in the background so you'll be able to hear it and see it. Well, let's see what it looks like now. I want to close it all the way. Like I said, that will probably be the main configuration so that we don't have the light shining through from inside this area into the stairwell. Let's see what it looks like now looking at the window from the stairwell. It's good, much better. I like that. Now I'm curious as what it's going to look like at nighttime once we have illumination here with some lights. If it'll look more reflective at that point. We'll find out tonight. Anyway, Joel's closing this out. He's packing all of his tools. And then what we're going to do, we're going to eat some. I just got pizza last night from Domino's. That's what I ordered for dinner last night. I have 1 whole pizza that hasn't been touched yet. So that's what we are going to eat for lunch. Okay, it is about 4 o'clock. I really didn't expect to be going down to SM to do all the shopping this late, but it's got to be done because remember, tomorrow's a work day and I need to be here while the workers are doing the work here on site. So let me go ahead and get the truck out and head on down to SM. Remember, the key objectives today are bed linen, and I got to do some grocery shopping as well. Oh, by the way, I like this company so much that just did the install of those blinds inside the house, and I love the service that I've gotten from them, both from the sales perspective and from the installation technician. I want to share that with you again. And again, during the wrap-up, when we have the wrap-up at the end of the season episodes of the Feliz build, which is supposed to be in December, we'll also do a rating with them. But I can tell you right now, they are total 5 stars across the board as far as I'm concerned. Spoiler alert on that one. Well, here is the name of the company, and the name of the company is MJ Decor Inc. Or MJ Decor 888 Inc. And these folks are found on the second floor of the Alabang CW Home Depot complex in Alabang, the one that I always go to that has all of the different shops inside there above the normal CW Home Depot store. So if you get a chance and you need high quality blinds and you want great installation and great service after the sale, that's the company to go with. And I will tell you right now what I just ordered. I did a request for a quote. And I didn't order it yet. I'll find out with the pricing. But for all 4 of these windows, what I'm finding is inside here in the afternoon, late in the afternoon, because the sun sets in the west, this is the west wall, and you can see right here, this is the sunlight that goes through there and brings a little heat. It's not really that bad, but it would be nice to have the option. And you're probably saying, wow, those are way up there. That's why we have the automatic electric window open and close, because you can't get to it. So what they have, the chain mechanism, this mechanism right here, they can install this to where it's long enough that you can reach it from down at this point right here. So we'll be able to open and close those blinds as well. I think this is one for, also upstairs in the master bedroom, I asked them for a quote for installation for the 2 French doors, because the French doors directly face the west, and that is the only sun that goes inside there. If we can cut the heat down on those 2 doors inside there, the evening time when we go to bed will make a big difference as far as cooling that room. Might not even have to cut the aircon on at all up there. So let's go ahead, pack up the truck, head on into SM and do some shopping. All right, here at SM Lipa, first stop, we have to go look for some bed linen. So let's head over to SM Department Store. This is the dilemma. They have a sale here. They have a sale here for 50% off. You're going to see they have 50% off. And they have sheets here for 20% off. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, what's the difference between 50% off and 20% off? Well, it's the type of material that they're using for the sheets in here. They have a poly cotton and I think a satin cotton or a cotton satin, which is the other one. The poly cotton is 50% off right now, 50% off of a lower price. And I like the feel because it actually feels more like cotton, and I really like the cotton feel. I'm not a big satin. I don't have satin sheets at home. I always get hung up like your fingernails and things like that get caught on that, but I really like the feel of cotton. And it's a maybe a lesser quality, less expensive type of a sheet. Now, I just got to thinking, no matter what I pick out, no matter what color I pick out or what pattern I pick out, I know Ness is not going to agree with me whatever I do. So why not go with the least expensive? So I'm going to go with the lesser of the expensive of the 2. I'm going to pick that out. And if she likes something different, she can come down and pick out what she wants later on. So let's look and see what they have in stock right now. So I need to get something that matches the green with a little hint of gray in it. So I asked the salesperson here, something that will complement with some green. Well, we went through several of them over here, and green, it can be anything from lime green to something a little bit more conservative, and that's where I'm in the conservative area. I am not into these bright colors. Ness is into the bright colors. Maybe she might want to pick something out later. But I'm looking at something like maybe that pattern right there. I'm going to look at a few more items here. Then the next thing we have to find pillows. We'll look at pillows. I didn't know there were so many choices when it comes to sheets. All right, so the pillows I'm looking at right now, these pillows right here, these are microfiber pillows. And the microfiber pillows are the same pillows that I purchased for the other 2 beds that are downstairs on the first floor. And they're really comfortable, and I really like them. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up 2 of these. Easy peasy. Let's get this thing done and move on to other things. All right, sounds good. And also, not just for the pillowcases, for a pillow protector, they have the mattress protector here as well. And these are all waterproof, and they're soft. They're very, very soft. So to prevent any stains going through your sheets, going into your mattress, you need something like this. And all of this is 20% off of the prices that you see here. This one for the mattress is $14.49 minus 20%, and then the pillowcase, it was like 500 and something pesos with 20% off. So we scored a couple of really good items here today at SM department store for the bed. You remember when we were looking for bathrobes? Well, they have bathrobes here, but I wonder if they have bigger bathrobes for like men. Let's see. So I can't just get one terry cloth bathrobe just for me. So anyway, I'm gonna get this for Ness. Don't tell her I'm getting her this. Alright, my shopping bags are full from my shopping trip inside SM Supermarket. Now I have one more stop before I head back home and close out today's video. So let's go ahead and grab a few tasty breakfast treats for tomorrow morning. Well, that's about it for me for today. I'm going to close here from the lobby of SM Lipa. My shopping is done. I got the sheets, I got the groceries. I even got a dessert for tomorrow morning. And I also didn't show you, I didn't take you with me, but I went up to the PLDT office upstairs and I coordinated with them to make sure that they get a technician out there tomorrow. I think originally they weren't. I think tomorrow was when they were actually going to get the technical support to get started on it. And I told them I have a lot of people that are relying on me getting my network back up so I can get my videos out on YouTube. And they were like, "What? Are you James Tanner?" And I was like, no, that's not really what happened. Anyway, I told them it was really important for them to get this up and running, and they said, yeah, they're going to work on it. They're going to send a technician. They promised that first thing tomorrow morning, so hopefully we're back up online, and I can start getting videos out to you on a regular basis again. So, that being said, I'm going to close from the lobby here at SM Lipa. If you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up, please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed and you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed day.